My name is Steve Goldberg, and I'm running for president of the ZOA. Now I want to talk to you about an important issue, which is treating employees with respect. I'm sad to say that at the ZOA, Mort Klein does not treat employees with respect. Instead, the truth is, he's abusive and he's a bully. Mort's abuse of employees has gone on for many years. It was chronicled back in an article in the Jewish Daily Forward on March 10, 2006. The article's entitled, Zionist Organization's Chief Faced Workplace Complaints. Go Google it. The article tells a horrific story. The Forward reporter spoke to 18 former employees who personally experienced Mort's mistreatment. Now, some of those people were afraid to talk on the records, but others were willing to do so and gave their names. Now, the victimized employees included a security guard, a pregnant secretary who was fired after asking about the ZOA's maternity leave policy, a receptionist, an elderly director, the man who ghost wrote the articles that appeared under Mort Klein's name for years and for which Mort took credit, several national executive directors, and regional executive directors. Here's one particularly terrible story. One employee left the ZOA after Mort ordered him not to bring his fiancée to the annual ZOA dinner. The reason? She was black. After this employee threatened to make an issue of this, Mort gave in and let him bring his fiancée to the dinner, but when they arrived, they found they were seated in the far back corner of the room. I asked whether the ZOA should be led by someone who would demonstrate such bigotry. In Mort Klein's 20 years as president, there have been more than 10 national executive directors. That means turnover on the average of every 2 years. What does that tell you about working conditions at the ZOA? In the Los Angeles region alone, there have been 9 executive directors in the past 8 years. Now, when so many employees are fired or feel they have no choice but to quit, it's obvious it's not their fault. The fault lies with Mort Klein. There have been too many lawsuits and arbitrations brought by former employees against the ZOA because of how Mort Klein treated them. Personally, I think bullying and abusing employees is unacceptable. The people who work for an organization like the ZOA don't do that to get rich. They're dedicated and devoted, and they're entitled to respect. They do not deserve to be screamed at or mistreated in any way. The ZOA has lost many, many good people and valuable employees because of this ill treatment, and therefore has not been as effective as it could have been. Employees need to be treated with appreciation, gratitude, and respect. It makes for a more successful organization, and it's also the right and humane thing to do. I'm proud to say that during my more than 35 years as a lawyer, I've never had a problem with an employee. I've treated everyone who has worked for me with respect, and have received respect and outstanding work in return. It only makes sense. If I'm privileged enough to serve the ZOA as its president, I promise to encourage the employees of the ZOA to pay them fairly and always treat them with kindness and respect. I'm confident this will attract and keep the best people who will be happy and excited to work for the ZOA. The ZOA will be more effective and successful, and it'll also be a Jewish organization we can be proud of again. Once again, I close by asking Mort Klein to debate me. The public should hear his end of this story. Maybe he has some good explanation for what appears to be bullying. We're entitled to know. Let people see and hear Mort and me side by side to compare how we believe employees should be treated and what we see for the ZOA in the future. Thank you.